Hey guys, it's Becky, and it's Wednesday at 3 p.m. Actually, I've got 2:59 on the computer screen, and I'm sitting here trying to finish these Christmas cards up for my pile of Christmas cards that I'm doing handmade Christmas cards, and I have cut the base. I kid you not. This is the fourth time, and I'm short one more sheet of paper to have enough for 6 cards. I didn't waste it. I'll use it, but I cut it wrong 4 stinking times. So I only have enough for 5 of these cards. So I'm going to finish up 5 of these cards, and then we'll do something else. Oh my goodness. I don't know where my brain's at. I should not do anything complicated today. It needs to be something easy that we can do quick, because apparently my brain has checked out for the day. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Joey. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Giovanna. And hi, Danny. Oh, I was going to share my traveling journal came home again. This is the one that I sent out, and it went around and visited with everybody in my group, and then I sent it back out, and several other ladies participated in filling it on up for me. So this was a card Mary Dale Abrams made for me, because she was the last person to work in my journal. So I thought I'd do a flip through, and I'll quit talking fast in a minute. That's the New York part of me. I talk fast sometimes. Mail lady's bringing me something. She stopped in front of the house. It's too big for the mailbox. I'll give her a chance to come to the door, and then I'll go see. But I created this journal. And let's see, probably just showed my address. I don't care at this point. And this is the page I had done. I thought it was funny to put that in the front. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. And then this page was done by Kendra. Kendra, do you remember doing that one? I am on early because I need to wrap it up earlier today. I have things I've got to do this evening. And this one was done by Barb. And I've got the wax paper in between to protect the pages. And this one was done by Sharon. And I'm thinking this was Mary. What do y'all think? Do you think that's Mary's? She didn't sign the page, but I think this is one Mary did. And this one was Lisa Conway. Oh, I need to get rid of this other light. Maybe she's just readjusting her mail. She hasn't come to the door yet. That's better. Shame on Mary for not signing. And this was done by Dawn. Dawn's Crafty Room. It's very pretty. And I'm thinking this was done by Judy Umfleet, because she is signed in the back of my book. And see, I still have one page here that I can do another page. I am so glad you liked it, Danny. I wanted to do something for the group that lost their journals in the fiasco across the ocean. So we won't send journals overseas anymore. It'll be USA and Canada only. Oh, here comes my mail gal. Let me go get the mail. She looks tired today. Hey, hon.
That's real good.
Yeah. Oh, for the Tri-County Ace. Cool. Thank you. I didn't know who she was hollering at. She must have saw Miss Ethel. She said that this ad is really good from Tri-County Ace Hardware. So I'll have to look at that. But look what I got. A great big old box from Mark. I don't know if Mark's in here. It's kind of the wrong time of the day for Mark. So I'm going to quickly cover my pages back up here. I like folding them over the pages. And then they don't fall off quite so easy. So, yay, this journal made it home, and I'm hoping all my sneaky surprises have arrived because Mary sent them all out on the same day. So just know if something goes wrong in a swap with me like that, I will do my best to make it right in any way that I can. I know that it will not replace your originals that you made with materials you had in your stash, but I hope that it will be welcome surprise. So Mary doesn't have any heat, you guys. That's why we haven't seen her. They're getting a new furnace, I think. And so she's not been staying at her brother's. They've been staying with other family. So I'm going to open this real quick and see what Sneaky Mark has sent. Oh my goodness. I need to make sure I'm not losing his address. There it is. Oh my goodness. It says fragile all over it. Okay. So it's obviously a recycled box, which is perfect. I just figured I'd open this on camera and he can watch the replay later. Trying to think if I got anything else in the mail this week that I should share with you guys. But like I said, I'm taking a break from the cards to open this because I'm aggravated with myself because I cut those cards out 4 different times and got the measurement wrong on the first 3 times, and then I've run out of paper. Oh, goodness. So it's filled to the top. So that's just a bag. And there's some stuffing. Oh, it's exactly what this is. What is this? Oh, it's a fermentation kit. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I think I had mentioned something about wanting to do fermenting. Mark, wow. This is so cool. So you ferment vegetables in this. Oh, this is so cool. Let me set this down. And then these are components that go to it. So Mark, it made it all in one piece. Oh, so cool. It's got all kinds of salsa, kimchi, sauerkraut. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so sweet of him to do that. It's got all the different languages in the back that I don't understand and can't read, but the English in the front, I can manage. Fermented veggie medley. Lacto-fermented garlic. Well, that's so cool. I will definitely try the salsa first. So, Mark, that was quite a surprise. Thank you so much. I can't wait to show Scott. We're trying to eat more healthy. That was such a surprise. I can't believe he sent me that kit. That's awesome. Oh, I don't like beer. If I drink any alcohol, it's usually vodka or gin, a clear white liquor, not that moonshine stuff. My son bought some of that moonshine. He said, Mom, you've got to try this moonshine. I took a sip of that and I was like, ooh, no, thank you. That is so sweet of Mark. All right, I'm going to try not to muck this up again because, like I said, I cut these card bases 4 times. So let's see. If I scored at 4.5, is it going to be the right size? I need some more of this white paper. I get this. This is the kind of paper I get at Walmart. Let's see. Oh, thankfully, that's perfect. I finally got it right. All right. So, hi, Dawn Boss. Abstract Possibilities. Hon, I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. And Ian's here. And Giovanna. Hi, Janet. Janet, did you get a package in the mail? We need to know. Inquiring minds. Moonshine's only good for cold. Man, it would clear your head out, wouldn't it? That is such a big thing here in South Carolina. The moonshines, all the different moonshines and stuff. Woo. And then one time my son made a, I can't remember what was in it. He called it a cinnamon bun. It had that cinnamon alcohol that the kids love to drink, the young people. Oh, Fireball whiskey. Oh, that stuff is just like drain cleaner. But he mixed it with a cream soda, I think. It was just, ugh. He said, finish it. And I was like, no, it tastes bad. You finish it. I told you I would taste it, and that's all you're going to get out of me. I took a taste of it. I don't like it. But yeah, I'm come on early so that I can wrap up early so I can get to sleep. I'm trying to go to sleep at the same time every night, and I'm trying to stop working at least an hour before I go to sleep so that my mind will stop working so I can get some better sleep. Does that make sense? I need to get better sleep. Yesterday, it was so miserably cold here. I just couldn't stand it. It was making me depressed, and I wasn't going to even do a show today. And I said, just go on earlier and get it out of the way earlier in the day, and then you can let your mind rest some. Because if I love to be on and playing, but here's my extra. My mind just keeps making stuff. Oh, good. Yay. Okay. Dawn's running to the Dollar Tree. I haven't been to a Dollar Tree to see any of the Christmas stuff, and it's probably nearly all gone now. This Dollar Tree, there's like 2 or 3 of them close by. And the one that's just down White Horse Road is it's a brand new store. And it's like they moved all of their bad habits from where it used to be in by Walmart to the new store next to Planet Fitness. And it's just, they need somebody, a merchandiser. They need someone like me to come in there and help them with their merchandising and show them shortcuts on getting the freight out smoother. But I'm done with retail. I am so done working retail. I end up, what happens is I get the job, and then they find out what I can do, and then I'm made to train every new hire available. So I do my job, plus I train new people, plus, I come up with solutions when you have to downsize an area, like at the end of a season. That kind of stuff would always be thrown at me. Ian says he once had a potato whiskey and it reprogrammed my brain. I don't like the dark liquors like whiskey and bourbon and stuff. See, and Scott loves those kind. I'm more of a gin and tonic or a vodka Collins or a Tom Collins. I am so glad that Janet and Danny have gotten their surprises. I haven't been on Facebook much today. Some days it just gets to be too much, all of the stuff. And I was hoping that after the election stuff died down a little bit, I wouldn't see quite so much crap every day. I'm just so over it at this point. On a positive note, our walks in Greenville have made us do a little bit more searching around, and we're finding all kinds of things to do in downtown Greenville. Oh, no snow for us, Kendra. The only time we get snow is usually in January or February. Sometimes March, but it's usually January or February. And then it will fall and it'll be gone within 2 days. Oh, see, Kendra, once they find out what you're good at, they'll just burn through you. That's what drove me crazy. It's like, get somebody else in here that can do too, so I'm not doing all of it. Oh, but you're good at it. Well, yeah, but y'all are going to burn me out. And that's what they do, is they burn you out. So, yeah. Scott and I were talking about our housing situation, and we keep going back and forth about just hanging on to the house, and we'll just go back down there and live there when we retire, because we both love that house. But I don't know. I like the idea of just going back and living there some days, and then other days it's like I like living in a quieter place, because it's closer to the downtown of Columbia than we are to the downtown of Greenville here. We're kind of in the suburbs up here. And I'm just using this, what is this thing? A Signo Uniball white pen to do a faux stitch line to make it look like it's stitched on. I might do a different border on each one. And we went in, if you watched the second walk we did in Greenville, we went into this little kitchenware store, and they had the most adorable little gnomes and Santas and things like that. But I saw a project in there that they were charging a whole lot of money for. And I was like, that is so easy. That would be so easy to do. And it was mittens on a line as a garland. And it was made with felt. So easy. I'm trying to bring you in just a little closer. Here we go. And the only thing is I don't have the grosgrain ribbon in a red that they used. And the grosgrain would hold up longer than the satin, I think. I have some satin ribbon, but I was thinking I might do up a little garland for our tree, but not on a live, because I would have to do it in little bits, because I'm thinking what they did is they had a little mitten. It looked just like this. Like that. And they did two of them and put them together, and then just did the blanket stitch all the way around it. And the ribbon kind of went through the stocking and came out this side. So it looked like they were all hung along. But I was thinking if I just made the mittens up, but did some like stitchery work or beading on them to make them look like fancy mittens, and then I could just get a piece of ribbon and clip them on with those mini clothespins. I thought that would be really cute to put on the tree. And if you didn't have or don't want to do the stitching, I don't see why you couldn't use markers to draw a design on the mittens. So that's basically what I'm going to do to each one of these cards real quick. And I think these are the ones I'm going to send in to the service members because there's no real glitter on it. That star is a sticker made from some remnants of the reflective mirrored paper I had. And I punched that out and then ran it through the Xyron little X I have and stuck it on there. But the sayings all came off Pinterest, and I just typed them up to use. Oh, yeah. Ian, you may be right. It might be better just to be average, but especially in retail, because once they find out you're good at something. I never shared much of my art with the people I worked with until the very end, because I was afraid I'd get wrapped into taking the course to teach classes at Michael's. I just wasn't up for that. They wanted us all to take the, see, when you work at Michael's, you can take the classes for free, like the Wilton cake decorating and different things like that. So I could have taken all that cake decorating stuff for free, but I just didn't want to learn cake decorating. If I want to learn cake decorating, I'll just get my 91-year-old mother-in-law to show me how. She did wedding cakes for years, and she could probably still teach me. And she taught the classes. So, and I didn't see myself going into the cake baking business. I'm going to go ahead and tape these up real quick. Baker's twine would be so cute, though. Yeah, baker's twine, or I was thinking I have some of that, I don't know, what is it called? It's kind of a tan. See if I can find it real quick. Well, I found the end of it and started pulling, and it's coming unrolled. Well, the cat's not in. I'll put something in her chair. This stuff would be really cute. The jute. That's what this is called, jute. So I thought I might do some of those up. And if you cut the mittens in cream and red and green, it would look like a festive thing, even if you didn't do any decorations. What they had done is just white felt, and then they did red blanket stitch around the outer edge. It was so cute. I just want to copy it so bad I can't stand it. And I before we came back up from the house the last time, I rearranged our front room down there and got all the remodeling type stuff out of there, the front two rooms, so that Greg could go in there and feel like he was living in a house again instead of in a remodeling zone. And I set the tree up and put up some other decorations. And I told Greg I have not finished the stocking. I've got it over there. We might work on that some today. I started adding the beads. And then I started working on the Afghan and got so far sidetracked. I finished the Afghan, and it took 4 skeins of the Caron Big Cakes. And it's a good size to fit over your lap. It would be a great blanket to do for people in the nursing home or in the hospital. We do need to finish the stocking. Maybe I'll finish the hand beading and then come on again tomorrow and sew the layers together. We'll see how I'm feeling in the morning. I'm not going to make it a definite. I'm starting to feel better now. I was sick and went to the doctor, well, nurse practitioner, but I need to find another doctor that specializes in diabetes care and internal medicine, because I just still feel ripped off. I'm going to go ahead and put the tape on the back of the last one that I have, so that when I get some more of that white cardstock, because I have some lighter weight cardstock, but I kind of want to use all of the same kind on these. But once I get that, all I would have to do is take the tape off the back. Has anybody heard from Lori Richards? I haven't heard from her in a while. I hope she's okay. I'll look at chat here in just a minute. I'm on a roll. There we go. Oh, little gingerbread men would be adorable. That would be adorable. And I think my sister-in-law, Scott's brother's wife, actually does a Christmas tree in every room, even the bathrooms, you guys. She goes all out. Her birthday's Christmas, and so she has a huge celebration, and she does every room, but she has one tree that's nothing but gingerbread. That could be a cool gift. So, but I'm pulling all this paper off, and I don't usually do that anymore. We're going to Atlanta for Christmas, I think. That's what the plan is at the moment. Oh, I hate Atlanta, though. The traffic is just, ooh. I make Scott do all the driving. I had to go down there for training one time. Ugh. I did not like it one bit. Oh, okay. So she did respond to Janet's post about the journal. I just was worried about her. I hadn't heard from her much. So that's good. That guy must lead a very active life, because he comes and goes about 40 times a day. Okay, great. Everybody's got theirs back then. Good. Now if we could just find all of the cotton picking quilts, huh? Get all the quilts home that are in the round robin I'm working in. I've got to get Barb's done. I hadn't got to it yet. I need to finish one project before I start another, but you know, that's easier said than done when you see everybody doing so much fun stuff. Like Nina Ribena. Did y'all see her video where she just scraped paint on in different directions with just a little bit of paint on a what is it called? She didn't use a spatula, a squeegee. She used the squeegee like from the dollar store. Okay. High note spinner. Cool. So you don't have to do anything fancy. Just a dot and a dash and a dot and a dash. To add just a slight effect to a card. That was my phone in the background, guys. Sorry. But anywho, is everybody staying warm? It's been so miserably cold here. Thankfully, we got the furnace fixed and got fuel oil. So we'll be good to go for a little bit, hopefully at least through January. I bought $300 worth of fuel oil in the tank out there. So there's that one. Happy ho 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 and all that. She uses only a palette knife. That is so cool. I've seen other people use just a palette knife. I hope I've got enough ink in this thing to finish this. My sister, Robin, teaches elementary school art, and then she's in the Society for Creative Anachronisms, and she throws pottery in Roman style, and she's currently working on her Roman kiln. She broke it down and has been rebuilding it. I don't know when she's going to do the firing, but it's kind of one of those things you have to stand out and take care of all day. I think it's kind of cold for a firing. It'll be hard to get up to temp, but it's better than in the heat of the summer, that's for sure. Standing over a kiln in 100-degree weather is no fun either. Here's that one. So I think these are the ones I'll send in for the soldiers and sailors and stuff. I'd really like them to go to sailors, simply because Scott was a sailor and our son was a sailor. Dawn's got me thinking about Dollar Tree now. I might have to go and see what's new. I don't know if I'll be able to do the Zoom meeting with you guys this week. I think it's large group, the Zoom time with Mary and Jerry. We'll be down at the house. I'm just trying to think up a different way to make marks to add to each card's border. That's good now. So there's that one. I haven't looked at all the guidelines on the cards. Does anybody else know, can you put like your handmade by on the back of them, or are they supposed to just be a plain card? I need to do some more research on those. It's been a while since I looked at it. I got that one kind of crooked when I did it. 3 dots. I've been watching, as I'm crocheting, I've been watching sappy Christmas movies on Netflix. Scott and I got a hoop out of the Kaminsky method with Michael Douglas on Netflix. It's a Netflix original show. So there's that one. And I'm going to have to put some kind of something in the inside, but I'll worry about that later. You did a Made for You by Lou on the back. See, I had thought about creating a stamp just for the back of my cards. I got in some more of the Easy Carve, and I was thinking of doing that. I'm not as brave as Mary. I won't do that. Carving on here. So let me go get that stocking that y'all were asking about. And I think because there's all this red here, just for safety's sake, I'm going to put a little bit of wax paper down over that. So here's that stocking we started working on together. I've added some beaded flatback pearls right here, and I just hand stitched them on real quick. And I was thinking of adding some more. This goes down. All of this that's loose at the bottom, when we stitch the layers together, all of this will get, stitched across. So I'm not going to worry about that much. But I do want to add more pearls like this up here on this one. So let me, some hand sewing needles. Let me grab a spool of white thread. Had all that white thread the other day. This evening I've got to work on Barb's round robin so I can get it in the mail on Friday. That's the main reason. And that's not something I can do live because I'm on the floor and I'm standing up and I'm on the floor and I'm at the machine and I'm like all over the place. And the reason I have to get down on the floor is I am in a very tiny cottage and there is no huge table to work on. See, down at the house, I have my huge dining room table that I can do that kind of stuff on. The thing about this trim is I really need it to not have any mistakes in it, like where the stuff didn't come out from between, because that's where I stick my needle. I don't know if I can you poke through it? Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it then. But I just match it up on here. And I need to come back in about a ½ inch to be sure I don't sew across a pearl, because that could break a sewing machine needle really bad. I think I cut it too short, didn't I? No, that's about right. All right. But I've also got this kind of pearls too. And I was thinking I'd put some of these atop this white here. Oh, I hope I have enough that's not messed up. Do some of that there, and then some on here. I don't have enough to do it in 3 places. And that fringe comes down over top of that, so I'm not gonna mess with that. But I do want to add that to it, and I might actually pair it with some more of this other stuff. This is my pearl tub. I'm probably not where y'all can see it. That's a baby blue pearl. I don't know. We'll go with what we got, and if I decide it needs more, I've got more we can add. Hi, Holly. And the fabric I bought that I was going to use for the lining on this, I don't like it for the lining because it is a knit. So I'll save it for something else. So like I said, I don't pin this on. I kind of just, I hold it and I'll do some stitching, and then I'll just move my fingers down and make sure that the tail that's loose still just stays in line like I did here, and go along. I'm using white thread, but I probably should use cream, but you know, most of my thread and stuff is still down at the house. If we end up moving back down there, I'm going to see if Scott will let me have the bonus room for just my craft room. And then we could have a spare bedroom. My concern with moving back down there is the 3 cats we have here will have to get accustomed to living down there. But no point worrying about it until we're definite. And as I said, it changes from, yeah, let's sell, to let's just retire back at our house that we love. Scott would get a job back down there if he could, but he can't. There's just, the industry's not the same down there as it is up here. Everything's growing in Greenville, and Columbia is kind of, ugh. The only thing growing in Columbia is housing for Gamecock Carolina fan students. I don't know. We'll see. We might even just move somewhere else. Who knows? Everybody says, oh, when you retire, move to Florida. Not a Florida fan. I've got to have mountains near me, and it's so flat down there. That's just me. All right, I'm going between the pearls, maybe. If my eyeballs will work at all. My sleeve is in the way. Ruth is listening while she cooks supper. I went ahead, since it was so cold in the house this morning, I baked a large chicken breast. Well, I gotta move this so I can do this. While I was cooking breakfast, I was baking chicken for lunch. I do that a lot. And so then I go down and I go through the stocking again. And then back up between the pearls. You're not going to see this thread anyway. Just kind of tack it on. Trying to go between the pearls when I come up through. That might have too much plastic between the two pearls. No, I got it. Sorry, I got off screen there. My fingers are all split from the wintry weather. Boom, boom. Oh, it's not stitching down. Hello. Hello. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. What ornament did they destroy? Oh. Was all the parts for it there? Yeah. My concern is that she might accidentally consume something like that. And that might be why she's puking. That's why I'm asking. Okay. 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 Oh. All right. Yep. Yep. You're live. Well, if Piper starts, coughing up any kind of blood or anything, you need to let me know. Yeah. Keep an eye on them. I was wondering if they'd get something off the tree. I kind of figured they would. Yeah. All right. All right. Call me later. Bye. Piper successfully broke she broke a plastic ornament. We put mostly, non-breakable things on the tree, knowing cats, and Piper apparently he's blaming it on Piper, but it could have been Cole too, or the two of them together. And so, poor kid, he said He was out of paper towels and he had a lot of cleanup to do. I always answer his calls because I never know if he's having a bad day, and that's why I answer his calls. He doesn't have anyone down there, so my kid comes first. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't care for Florida. Just never. I've been down there once, and that was enough. I like the season change. I love the leaves. I don't mind the snow here because it doesn't usually last very long. All right, what I'm doing is I'm going, ow, right into my finger that time. I'm coming up between two pearls and then going down over its edge, the little string on the one side. And then when I come up between the next two pearls, I'll go over the string on the opposite side so that it lays flat. Because if you did all of the stitching on one side, it would just, it would fold up and be on its edge. Scott said he can't fully retire until the age of 67 and a half. So that's 8 years from now. My worry is his legs aren't going to last another 8 years. He's got arthritis in his ankles. But we'll see. I know him. He'll keep plugging away as long as he can. I know you can do this with the machine if you have the right kind of foot and all. But I just find hand sewing kind of relaxing, to be honest, when I'm not jabbing myself in the finger. If I had a thimble on, it wouldn't be a problem. But I have trouble finding thimbles because I have fat fingers. The real old-timey thimbles, forget those, man. Those ladies had teeny tiny fingers back then. So my mom goes for her biopsy on the 29th to see what's going on in her throat. She actually has 3 growths in her throat, but the one they checked in August that was at a little over 2 centimeters is now at 5. So they need to get in there and see if they can figure out what's going on. All right. It doesn't look spectacular at the back, but nobody's going to see the back of this because the stocking will be lined. Just go through a couple of those. And we'll stitch it off. Yeah, I know. What gets me is when I'm trying to go underneath, that's when I stab myself. This trim like this, it looks like this. I got this at Hobby Lobby. When they do the half off the stuff, I get this stuff. You know, the trim and ribbons when by the roll is half off. I guess I could try to pin this on, but it's so hard to pin it on. I think I'm going to center that on that. You ended up in Alabama? I'm not sure where we'd end up. We keep thinking about it. Where would we like to be? We love Hendersonville, but the cost of living up there is so high. See, that's what we're running into. For a house comparable to what we own down near Columbia, it's another $100,000 up here. And we do not want to take out a mortgage at our age. I need to go find a needle threader because I can't see this at all. Oh, did I do it? I did it. Cool. Oh, who's working on a wedding dress? I missed that part. Oh, okay. I see now. Oh, goodness. Yeah, all of that takes time when you're doing beading work. And then you made dresses years ago. I've made medieval pieces for my sister for her events and stuff. I helped her get one to fit her well. It probably doesn't fit her now. She's lost a lot of weight since then. Somewhere I've got pictures of that gown. I'll have to see if I can find them. I'm going to put stitches on both sides of this because it is quite fiddly. I'm going to sew this on and then I'll move on to something else because I don't want to bore y'all sewing on trim. Oh, let's see. There we go. And that's what people don't understand when, on a wedding gown that's handmade. You know, you've done a lot of handwork on that kind of stuff. When my sister got married the second time, they were both in the SCA. So she made her own gown and I did the her son's outfit. I did the jacket for that. It was quite a wedding, and all of her SCA family, I call them her family because she spends more time with them than she does with us. And they all came in their garb, and we were there in regular clothes, and it was just weird for us, but it was a beautiful thing. I don't know how to work this too well here. I've got to find a way to be comfortable with the stitches and trying to hold it in place without stabbing myself repeatedly. No, I don't want to do that. And the white thread on white background is really hard to see. Like I said, this is something I probably should do off a camera so I can see what I'm doing. I would get a lot more light on it, that's for sure. I think there's a thread went on the wrong side of that bead. That's why it's not laying right. And this is why this is so time consuming and it costs so much money. I mean, you've got someone sitting there for hours sewing beads on by hand. Okay, I'm about ready to quit this and move on to something else that I can do easier. So later, I will finish sewing this on when I can get a lot more light on it so I can see. So anyway, I'm going to put this trim on here. Once I get all the trim on, and I'm going to hand stitch all of it. I'm going to put some of this here and then some down here. I'm still toying with the idea of putting some underneath there because this is all loose, but I don't know how much would show. Should I add the pearls up here? I think so. I think it would really, even though you're not going to see it when this folds down, I think it would make it look even. You made the SCA garb too? That sounds like a good idea, is putting something thick. Because see, right now this thumb is split at the end. And I was going to try Danny's tip about using chapstick on my thumb, and then I forgot to do it. So I'm just going to put my needle in this to hold that kind of there. Hopefully the cats won't find it. And I will finish the stitching of these trims on. I think I will add the dangle trim like I'm doing here, here, and here, and then it'll be ready to layer and make into a stocking, and we can do that together maybe next week, and then it will be done. Let me kind of stick all this stuff back down in this box really, really quick here. Yeah, I'm not sewing it like it would be worn. It's just, you've got to tack down a little on one side and then on the other, simply so that it doesn't stand up on end. That's all. I'll get it. I do it on the machine, but I don't want to tear up my machine because I use it for all kinds of projects. For a while, everybody was giving me their grandma's sewing needles, so that's why I have so many. I'm never going to use them. You'll use them. All right. So, would you guys like to do a prompt session together, or do you want to maybe trying to think of something fun that y'all might like to do. Yeah, I don't have any of, or maybe I do. I'll look for it. The wax would really help. I know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because especially my thumbs are bad. I'd show you the hat I made for Scott yesterday, but he's wearing it, and I've started on another one. I don't know if anybody on here does crochet or not. I was thinking of making a list really quick before we do a prompt session. If you guys want to do a prompt session. If you don't, well, I'll just make the list, or we'll do something else. Unless I have, well, I was toying with the idea of showing you something, but I don't think I have that much time. I'll save that for another time. Get a piece of paper and we'll do a prompt session. This is really thick mixed media paper. Really thick. I hope I didn't pay no $10 for it. It's only 15 sheets. Oh, with a vellum surface. Okay. I might save this paper for something else. That's pretty expensive paper. Might save that for the scraping that Nina was doing. That would be really good for that. All right. We'll do 12 prompts. And we will use, let's see here. Do y'all want to do the dice game with 9 prompts, or do you want to do a dirty dozen? Janet, you crochet as well? See, crocheting for me is kind of a fall and winter project. A dirty dozen? Okay. All right. So what we need to do is find my sticks. Let's see here. Why won't you spin, booger? There we go. There's the sticks. All right. So, piece of paper, because I don't have, I don't have the prompt list. Somebody give me back my brain. I seem to have lost it today. It's like I can't think. What is wrong with me? I think it's that medicine the doctor put me on. Ooh, $100,000. Don't you wish it was that easy? Pull off $100,000 off a pad of paper and you're done. So I'm going to number 1 through 12. And if you guys want to give me 12, we'll put 12 down, but then we're not going to do them in this order. Remember, I'll pick a stick and then it'll tell us which one to do. All right, note spinner, have fun. Danny, have you tried the ergonomical crochet hooks that have the fat bottom, on the bottom. Glue down scraps of paper. Napkin. Hi, Sharon. I didn't see you sneak in, or did I? I don't know. Use 2 Christmas colors, any medium. Splatter. Oh, let's see. Oh, I can't do that. They're outside. Tippy's been gone since early this morning, and he didn't come home for lunch. Howie's been home. Callie's been home. Uris, I think I have some of that, and I've tried it. Does it make your hands really greasy? There's one of them I bought, and it was like they were really greasy, and I felt like I needed to have a pair of mittens or something, to put on after I put that lotion on. I'll write it down over here. Eucerin. EUCERIN. All right. Texture paste. All right. We're almost halfway there. I'm going to say gold at 6, since Mary's not here to say gold. Gold circles. Make gold circles. So we'll just change that to gold circles. How about dots? We'll add, Danny said dots the same time I said it. Dots. Hi, Rose. We haven't seen you in ages. Add image. On the add image, I'm going to do /sticker. I've got stickers I have to get used up. Use a household stamp. Add glitter, red. Add glitter. In red. I think I have some red glitter I can do. Something metallic. And one more, you guys. Use words. Okay. Let's see what we're going to do first. I'm going to pick a stick out here and we'll see what number we get. It is number 11. Something metallic. I'll get a different kind of pen to write what we're actually doing. This is number 1. Something metallic. I got to pull my cart closer. Told Scott when we get settled, I want to have a cart for crafting kind of paints and stuff and one for more fine art type stuff. Use something metallic. Well, let's see here. I think I'm going to use some worn penny with my spatula. See, I was thinking I could use that, the technique that Nina Rabina did, and use one of my Bondo spreaders. So prompt number 1 is something metallic. That's probably more than plenty. wonder if Kathy's got her power back yet. I saw where she said her power was out. Boy, that stuff dries quick. Uh-oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost had a catastrophe. Yep. After we finish this, I might do that like Nina did on a piece of that heavier paper and do that scrape technique with this spreader, because I think that would be a lot of fun. That'd be another way to add paint to backgrounds if you wanted to do painty paper that way. That could be too cool. I'm not going to worry that that's not totally covered because we've got 11 other prompts to do. Thanks, Janet. All right, you guys let me know when you're ready. You want to do a background in your altered book that way? I do too. I'm going to try it because I think she used a squeegee and she took her finger and just ran just a tiniest little bit of paint down there, and then she would just scrape it on the paper in different directions even. And on some of them, it did look just like a cityscape. It was really cool with reflection in some water. Danny's ready. Has everybody got their something metallic down? I use that worn penny because I thought it would be kind of cool in the background. Sharon's ready. All right, I'm not sure who all is playing along, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the next one and just try to catch up when you can. I need to go and do Lisa's session that she did Monday night. Number 7, add dots. Prompt number 2 is dots. So, do I want a lot of dots or a little bit of dots? I think I'm going to add dots. 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 I think it's in the other. No, that'll work. I'm going to call that my dots. And I'm going to do it in white because we're going to be adding 2 Christmas colors eventually. Oh. Well, let me go wet this sponge because I'm going to use a sea sponge. See if I can get some texture with it. See what kind of weird texture I get with this sponge. Well, my mother-in-law drove herself home when she got back from Tennessee. I was going to drive her down, but she wouldn't hear it, and she made the run. She got back safe and sound, and she got her heat working. She's pretty gutsy for 91. Let's see what we get here. Looks like dots to me. Oh dear, is her back giving her trouble? I missed that. Oh dear, I hate to hear that. I have that sacroiliac joint dysfunction, and it just I can sneeze and throw my back out. The doctor said, though, the worst thing you can do is lay down or sit too long. So I try to get up on my feet. That's why getting up and down off the floor is just something I do to try to stay limber when I'm working on a quilt or a sewing project. You can use the prompts any way you guys want to. Interpret them the way you wish. I'm going to call that good enough for me. And I need wet ones. And I've put them up. How well did I put them up? Let's see. Really well, because I don't see them now. They're usually like right in my face. What do I do with? Oh, there they are. If we finish this up, depending on how I'm feeling, I might go ahead and start doing that scrape technique. But I think I'm going to paint the background all black on it, or a dark color. Oh, I know what color I'll use. It's that deep blue that I love so much. I got to make sure I have that color in my stash all the time. Cleaning and Christmas decorating. I'm not even going to set up a tree here at the little house because we've got a tree down at our house and we're not going to be here, you know, to enjoy it. So, and there's really not room. I missed seeing the pretty lights though. I guess I could put what they call fairy lights up around the ceiling and call that good. Ian, my plan when I get back in a kind of studio setting of my own is I want 2 places where I can stand and work. And I've already picked out the toolbox from Harbor Freight that I want so that I have all my tools right below me and I can stand and work. Because if I am sitting like all the time, sitting in the chair, that's when my back will go out. Because I'll twist in the chair to pick something up. And they say it's better for you anyway to stand as much as possible throughout the day. I have become a lot more sedentary since we've moved up here. When I was working, boy, I was up and down a ladder. I was back to the back room for pegs and shelves and things. And I was back up and down the ladder, and I carrying boxes and lifting things over my head. And I was just a lot more active. See, that's what I'm missing, Janet, is the pretty colors of Christmas. I'm going to dry this a little. You guys almost done with your dots? Did I miss ready? Danny's ready. I like to stand to work, like, especially if I'm looking down on something, like when I did these cards, I always stand up to do the layers so that I'm looking square down on it and I can make sure I'm basically even around the edges. If I'm sitting down, that's when I screw up and I get it too far over to one side. Sharon's ready. Okay, I'm going to pick another stick. And what's number 8? Add image or sticker. Add image or sticker is number 3. Image or sticker. I'm worried they're not going to show. How about some Christmas hats? I got these to do family cards and put a picture of us in there and then put hats on it, but that's not going to happen. It's not easy to video standing up. Yeah, I agree. All right, when you're doing a project like this, do you add any additional adhesive when you're using stickers, or do you just trust that the stick-em on the back of the sticker is going to work? Mark, I got your package. Thank you so much. That was such a delightful surprise. That is so awesome of you to send that fermentation kit. That is great. Now I'll have to get me some. I'm going to make that salsa that's in there. That looked really good. Danny, you always add glue. Okay. So would you use like Mod Podge since it's going down? Thank you so much. I am tickled to death. So Mod Podge, would that work? Or should I add glue to the stickers? Add glue to stickers. You know what? I found this in the drawer in the other room. It's a Scotch Mega Glue Stick. It says apply at least 2 strokes. Bond items quickly, non-toxic as defined in the FHSA. Let's see how this, I might as well, I'm not even sure where this came from. It might be Adele's, but I think what I can do, I'll just rub it over the top. That way the gunk will all be on my finger instead of on my drop paper. I don't know if y'all remember or not. I found this mill that sells fabric to the public on one weekend a month. And that's to take place on the 6th, I think, of December is one of the days. I was thinking of going. Wish I had a partner in crime to go with me. Just think it would be a fun adventure to do. But I don't know anybody up here that sews. I need to get some pictures printed off. Do y'all have a specific place that you send your digital pictures? That, what am I trying to say? Who do you use to get printed pictures of things you've taken or have on a desk? Do you have a favorite? I need to finish up that 90th birthday party album for my mother-in-law that another lady started a year ago and then decided she couldn't finish it. So I said I would finish it, and my mother-in-law was asking me about it the other day. So I've got to find the best quality for the money developer. That's something I could do up. Walgreens. Well, hi, Beverly Hills Crafting Pails. These little boogers are not easy to get off this plastic, you guys. There we go. I'll trim that little bit off there. Maybe one more. Oh my goodness. I got a big glob of glue on my finger. Now, just stick it down. Oh. Has everybody got their focal image on? Are you waiting on me? Sharon's ready. All right. I'll save those. Might add them to the cards at the end. All right. Danny's ready and Sharon's ready. I'll pull another stick. We're on number 4. So let's see. We are getting number 9. Use household stamp. Number 4 is use household stamp. Let's see what I've got. Household stamp. I'm going to use a flip-flop. It's got like a brick pattern in it. Oh yeah. That paper backing on the double-sided tape. That can be a nightmare. I'm using some Napthol Crimson. Is that how you say it? Oh, gosh. All right, let me stamp out my paint here. My extra small flip-flop. It'll either look like a bloodbath or it'll look like bricks, depending on how you look at it, I guess. Ian, I watched your charcoal drawing, or at least the tail end of it. That's pretty cool. I've got some skinny charcoals, but I've never used them. I need to start practicing more on my sketching. Okay. A flip-flop moment. There we go. I love this red too. This is an intense red. So looks like that lipstick red we had our bedroom painted, and I love that. And plus, if I start doing my lives midday, more people from overseas can come in, and then also I won't have the in and out of the cats as much. Hi, Linda McAllister. I know it's probably still way nighttime for you, Linda and Ian. It's currently 4:35 here. Sharon's ready. All right, I need to dry just a little bit because I got a little heavy-handed on the paint. So give me just a sec. All right. Grab another one. And this one says 4. Splatter. So that was prompt 5. Is splatter. It froze here overnight last night. It was only like 34 degrees, I think, when we got up. So splatter with whatever you want to splatter. You're not in the Christmas mood. Are you Scrooge? Probably got way too much paint out, but that's okay. This paper's wanting to curl really bad with that metallic paint. It doesn't do that when I put just regular acrylic on it. At least I don't remember it curling like this. Snowball fight. See how much paint I'm getting on my brand new computer. All right, good enough for me. Danny's ready. She splatters fast. I need to dry a little bit. We got a lot of prompts left to go. Wow. Let's see if we can heat this up from the other side. Might have to, when I get ready to do the cards for this one, I might have to put the sections through the die cutting machine to flatten them out. I've never had one curl like this. It's crazy. You're not ready at all? Man, it starts here in July. The stores do the Christmas in July for the crafters and things like that. Table grill plates. Ready. I don't know what that is, Linda. Number 12, use words. I'm going to hold the use words till the end. Does anybody else want to just hold use words to the end? I'm going to hold that. That was prompt 6, but I'm going to hold until the end so I can put my sentiment on the front. Okay, Sharon and Danny are both going to hold too. So I'm going to pull another one. If you want to add your words now, go for it. But if somebody doesn't want to, you can wait till the end and add them as your sentiments on the front. Number 10, add glitter in red. So that'll be prompt 7. So let's see here if I've got any good red glitter. I have loads of this stuff here, but I don't. You know what? Let's see if that'll work. I might need to get this white paint dry a little bit more, though. Where's that thing? I have this glue pen and this CK glitter. That's a fine glitter. And maybe I can just do... I don't know if it'll stick or not. We'll see. It says freshness seal. That's the problem. Once the glue starts, I gotta get faster. I don't know if this will work or not. I'm gonna try it just in this corner real quick and see if it'll stick. Well, that was great, Beck. It does work. It sticks in it somewhat. Yeah. Maybe I should have another piece of paper. This stuff is super fine. It's stuck to my hand. And this is a horrible prompt. No. Oh, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Ooh. I mean, it's sticking to me like crazy. All right, let's do this. Oh yeah, that'll work. Let's do that some more. These will have to go to family because these won't be able to go to the military cards because of the glitter, but you got to have glitter at Christmas, right? All right, I'm going to knock some of that off and try again. Now, can I get it back in the little cup? My sister said this is the only time of the year she allows glitter in her classroom. I can understand. Okay, this is kind of cool, this glue pen. Oh, you made glitter tape using double-sided tape. That's cool. I just had this glue pen that I've had for a long time. I had a bunch of these because they went to clearance, and I picked them up. And I've been trying to think of ways to use them. And then this glitter I've had for ages too. I'm trying to use up this stuff I've had for a long time because, you know, they really do go bad if you don't use them. So there's no point in having supplies you don't use because they'll just dry up, quit working and stuff. So use it before you lose it, right? All right, I'm going to call this good. Now, let's see. If I try to dry this, will it all just blow off or will it stick in the glue? That'll be the real trick to see if I can keep it on here. All right, let me see. It just sticks and sticks and sticks to your skin. I may be wearing glitter for the rest of the month, Ian. It says freshness seal. Does glitter rot? Does it not have a, does it have a sell-by date? All right, let me get a wet one. Hi, Zoe, you're back. Linda, I might can swing in, but it'll depend on what we're up to because we'll be down at the house working on the house. Dry from the back, Susan says. Okay. All right. I am going to be wearing glitter forever. That might straighten out my page a little bit too. That glue doesn't take long to dry. All right, let's see. It actually stuck around the Santa hats too from that glue I used on those, but I don't mind. That's fine. It shows I used red glitter, that's for sure. I'll clear coat these too before I cut them up. All right. I'm about ready. How about you guys? Did you guys get your red glitter on? Danny's ready. Yeah, Linda, we do I think it was Mary registered a hashtag for any kind of prompt picking things, and it's hashtag prompt picks. And if everybody uses that on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, people can look it up. All right, I'll pick another one. Number 2, add a napkin. So that is prompt 8. Ooh, I wonder what I did with those Christmas napkins one of y'all sent me. I bet they're still in the envelope from... Who sent it to me? Or did I put them up? Did I put them up? There's my books I was looking for. I wish I had a red and white striped one because that would look so cool. Oh, I can't find them. Oh, all right, I'm getting dizzy, bent over looking in this bag. I guess I'll bring it over here where I can look better. Napkins. I don't think I need peacocks. Everything I have is so springy, but y'all, somebody sent me Christmas napkins. I'm on the verge of just using some backs to napkins and crumple it up for texture and just use it like gesso to knock stuff back. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a part of a napkins. You don't have to cover the whole thing, so I'll go from there. And I have napkin stuff that I won from our crazy insane crafters that get together Sunday nights. When they were at the beach, I won their prize package. I guess they were in South Carolina because they were down at Myrtle Beach together. That just sounded like a lot of fun to get a bunch of YouTubers together and craft and do art and stuff. All right, let's see how this does. This is the Americana Decoupage for napkins. Glue sealer finish. So it's like Mod Podge. It's a little thinner than Mod Podge, to tell you the truth. My glue brush has seen better days. This is a lot thinner than Mod Podge. Interesting. And I'm trying to make it crunchy. I'm not trying to make it smooth. Oh dear. This glue brush needs to retire, I'm afraid. Add a napkin. Or part of a napkin. Or something like that. So, out here. Uh-oh. Yeah, this glue brush, it's not even bending. It's just, it is really just hard as a rock glue brush. Tempted to get one like Chelsea was using that's made for Mod Podging. Because I've seen that Mod Podge brush at Michael's when I worked there thinking, oh, there's no big difference to that. I can just use any old brush to put on glue. But apparently it gives a really nice finish. I think that's all I'm going to add. I'm just going to chicken out and say that's it. It just wanted to paint pictures. It didn't want any part of glue. Man, this thing. Mary told me to soak it in Murphy's oil soap and that it would get all the old gunk to come loose. I'm going to stick this right there. All right, I'm going to dry a little bit and be ready to go. I could have added more maybe over here, but I'm good with it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Danny. It's the short bristles. So it didn't even get into the 50s down here today. It's 48 right now. This is the most wrinkled piece I've ever done, and I think it's that metallic paint, to tell you the truth. I think metallic paint is best put on later instead of first. Lesson learned. You just use whatever brush you grab first. All right. Sharon's ready. Danny, are you ready? Ready. I need to move my fabric scissors before they get accidentally used for something else. All right. What are we on? 8. This will be number 9. Number 3. Use 2 Christmas colors in any medium. So anything you have that you want to use in a Christmas color. Christmas colors. Oh, that one's just about empty. That won't work. This one will work. I'm shaking the paint and it just went flying right out my hand. Anyway, I'm going to do the scraper technique, and you put just a teeny bit and scrape it down there. See what I get. Might put a little bit in here. I need to just store that upside down so all the paint's in there. So she just went, put a little bit of paint. And then scrape it. Oh, scraping my tissue off too. So I need to just gently scrape so I don't. I might need to dry a little bit more. It's probably my biggest problem. Hi, Gloria. It looks like somebody threw up Santa and his hat went somewhere in another time zone here. All right. Call that good enough because it's starting to look like something the cat dragged in. Oh, the green's starting to look like trees. Yeah, I definitely want to play with the whole scraping of paint. I don't know that I want to do it with something this big. I might just use one of my spatulas, to be honest with you guys. In fact, I might try that real quick. Let's see here. I was going to pick up some white, but I had red, so it's all right. I just added another color, that's all. Remember, you guys, sometimes mine start looking like hot messes, but I turn it around by just adding more prompts. All right, I'm going to leave it alone now. Oh, nail polish for art. Cool. All right, Sharon's ready. Danny, you ready? I picked number 1. Here's my reprieve. Glue down scraps of paper. Glue down scraps of paper. Digging through my scraps. Digging through my scraps. 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 Let's see if I can find some in here that's I don't think we need hugs and kisses this Valentine's Day on here. I'm just pulling out random ones right now. I think I'm going to use those. Yeah. I'm just going to chop these into some random square shapes. You just got it? I came on at 3 o'clock. I've been on for 2 hours already, making a mess. When in doubt, throw some more stuff at it. It can only get worse. I mean, better. I think that's probably enough. Maybe I'll cut this other one back in half again. All right. I'm just going to use my Scotch Quick Dry on this. I found out why I wasn't getting any notifications. I had turned them off for some reason. And then I remembered why I turned them off, because my phone goes bing, 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 bing. And it irritates Scott really bad. And then if it happens in the night and my notifications are on. They need to have it where you can say, put notifications on from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or something like that, and then be off for the rest of the night. Everything's really wet on mine. So hopefully this glue will still stick. If not, I'll be re-gluing stuff, but this stuff's usually pretty good. See, I use those Santa hats and hardly any of them are going to show. I got way too much glue on that one. Beep, beep. Scott says, your phone farted. I was like, it did not. Scott is such a ham bone. Oh, goodness. I was thinking I need to start doing like Tanya and maybe if I had a way to set it up, videotape part of my live so I could re-release it as a standalone video. Oop. I was just thinking I could turn these into packages on the front of the cards. One more. I guess you could put your phone on, is it airplane mode? And then it would be quiet. But then I would probably forget to turn it back on the next day. So stinking scatterbrained. Sharon's R. Does that mean you're ready? Oh, I know. Are you talking about Kathy? And the wood stove? Yay! Man, I don't know what we would do if the power went out, because I mean, the furnace has an electronic ignition. I guess we'd be cold. Because we have a fireplace here, but I don't dare use it. We've got just too much stuff in this room. Plus, this house is like fat lighter. It's got a lot of resin in the wood. You can see it downstairs. And I'm afraid if a spark got out, it would go up like in no time. All right. So Sharon was ready. There's Kathy. Hi, Kathy. What do we got left? Oh yeah, we held number 12 for at the end to add the words. So since we got 3 left to do, what's this one? That one has nothing on it. I'm missing a stick. Well, do number 6. Gold circles. So that's prompt 10. Is that right? How many sticks do I have here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did I miss something? That's what it is. Okay, that's number 11. Number 11. And number 10 was the glue the scraps of paper down. I just forgot it. So, okay, I thought I'd lost a stick. So, gold circles. Whoa. Guess I can make some gold circles now. Oh, I've got a mess too, Linda. It's all good. It's just a background. You can hide it all with gesso, or you can add a little bit more to it and get it to pull itself together, or throw it in the trash. It's just paper. And it gave you something to do for a few hours. All right. I'm making a mess, What I like to do best is make a mess. Okay, good enough. Made a mess. Danny's ready. Ah, I see. All right, this is going to need to be dried a little bit because I went crazy, but I'll pick the last one will be texture paste. So it's add texture paste, and then go back and add your words if you were holding them. Texture paste. Trying to think of what I can do with texture paste. Well, that's what I was thinking, Janet. Maybe a border of some kind, but trying to think of what stencils I have that I could use it as a border. I don't know if I'll get this gold paint dry. It's pretty thick. I think I'll make just 4 cards with this, cut it in the middle, and then cut it this way again. I don't know, 6 cards. Texture paste. Do you have stars, trees, or snowflakes? I don't think so. I have stars. I have stars. I've also pulled all this stuff out, and now it's in the middle of the floor. And oh my goodness gracious me! Where is that stuff? don't know if this stuff is any good. I've had it for a very long time. This is that. Oh, it's really... the Snow-Tex. It needs a little water, I think. And then I'll have to set it somewhere to dry because this stuff is... Duh, Becky, you have to take the lid off. I've got all my stencils in a notebook with the sheet covers on them. I watched Amy Eljohn make one out of just a notebook with the sheet covers, and then she goes ahead and does some stenciling with the stencil that's in that particular sheet cover. That way she can tell which ones of her stencils are missing from her notebook. I don't know if this is going to work. It's starting to dry out. Again, use it before you lose it. All right, let's see if I can spread some of this on here. I'm just going to go... I don't know what that glob of stuff was. Probably the napkin. Furnace is kicking on again. It's getting pretty dark. That's what gets me about this time of year is how dark it gets. Keep telling Scott I need one of those lights for people that need the extra sunlight that, you know, we get depressed when it's so dark all the time. That's why I don't think I could ever live in Alaska and deal with all that darkness all the time. I don't think I could do it. I'd love to visit there, but I don't think I could live there. It's beautiful, but I don't know if this is going to work out to what's in my brain, but we'll try. It's going to have to dry for a day or so. See if it has any adherence. It might dry and then I might have to just brush it all off into the trash because I don't know if it's got any of the adhesion left in it. So anywho, it's texture paste. Prompts 1 and 2 were, prompt 1 was something metallic and prompt 2 is dots. But mine are so far buried at this point, I don't think they could be seen. Yeah, sad. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. When the days get short and dark so early, it just about does me in. All right, I'm going to tell you all what I'm thinking. Packages in the snow with a little snow on top of them, but I don't think it's going to work out that way. Let's see if I turn it this way. I don't know. Yes, beautiful in the summer. See, I'd go in the summer to get a reprieve from the heat of the South. I would go and visit then, but I wouldn't go like now. All right, I'm going to set this aside and clean up just a little bit. And, well, I might let y'all go because it's 5:30. I've been on for 2.5 hours. I guess that's plenty of playtime for us for today. So if you are going to post pictures, remember to use the hashtag prompt pics so that we can find you. Right now, I'm feeling like this looks like mud, and I am going to just walk away from it for a while and see what happens when I chop it up. Because don't forget, we got to add the words. On presents or chimneys. Cool. Anywhere on the internet, Holly. If you use that prompt pics, we're supposed to be able to find it. So wherever you want to post them, just use that prompt pics. Aw, thanks, Linda. How about stencil book project? I would have to look up how they did it because I just use like dollar store little photo albums. I learned this from Cindy Utter. I use these little guys you get at the dollar store for my little stencils. And then I just have a regular notebook for my big ones. Oh, it's on the floor right behind me. Like right here. I just use it. And then it's got the pocket protectors where you would just pull this out the top. And it's just a cheap notebook I picked up at the thrift store. Okay, bye. All right, I'll see you guys later. And thanks for joining in the fun. Take care.